Hello and welcome to what will hopefully be a new Let's Play. I'm your host Imperialis, and this is Templar Battleforce. A brand new game, just popped up on Steam. Managed to completely go under my radar. I hadn't heard anything about it until it showed up on the front page of Steam, and so I did a quick read of a couple of the reviews. Seemed good. Yeah, it's very much the sort of game that it seems like I would quite enjoy. It's inspired by, well, I don't know if I'd say inspired by, but it's a squad-based type shooter, sort of in a similar vein as XCOM and games such as that, Xenonauts, which is a genre that I really enjoy. From what I've played so far, it seems like the closest game out there that you might have otherwise played is probably Steam Marines, or potentially Space Hulk. Your big power-armored soldiers tromping around through, at least for the first couple of missions, through a spaceship killing aliens, which is always exciting. It very much has sort of a science fantasy type vibe to it, which is a genre that I really enjoy. It's sort of a genre stretches all the way back to the John Carter of Mars series by Edgar Rice. No, is it Edgar Rice Burroughs? I think it is. Yeah, Burroughs. Either way, and then was sort of carried on by Dune, and then Games Workshop kind of took over with it, and with Warhammer, and everything got cranked up to 11. But yeah, so anyhow, I figured I would pick it up. It was worth the risk. It was about $10, and played the first couple levels and really enjoyed it. So I'm going to start up a new one here and see if we can't turn this into a Let's Play. So we'll call this one... Can I get a capital? Yeah. Let's play. Going to leave the difficulty on normal. I'm not going to skip the first 5 levels. I'm going to actually play through it so you can kind of see what the tutorial looks like. But with that said and done, let's get going and get started. Three generations ago, our people began the Great Exodus. We fled from war, oppression, and the charred ruin of the galactic core. Millions of star traders spread to the solar winds. We are seeking a new home among the stars. But our convoy has become isolated. We have lost contact with the main fleet. We, the Templar Knights, are their only protectors. Chief Science Officer Thrall requesting an audience. We should drop into orbit of a nearby world and explore this fascinating space anomaly. There's nothing but barren worlds here, Officer Thrall. Templar Command will support the decision of the factions. However, stopping will increase the danger. Oh, there's the anomaly they must be talking about. Warning! Out of the emptiness of space come the Xeno. Evasive action, now! The Righteous Fallen strike cruiser will stage a rearguard action. Our Templar strike cruiser, the Righteous Fallen, turns to fight. The Agar Prima guards the fleeing colony hives. One Xeno carrier rams us as the others slip by. Boarding alert! I'm getting so much interference, but I'm picking up another Templar on 12th deck, Kappa Sector. This is Communication Sergeant Kathos. Do you copy? Yes, I do. This is Corporal Brianna, Blade Class Leviathan. I've been separated from my squad. The corridor collapsed in a blast. Copy that, Corporal. Severe casualties have been reported on all preceding decks. We've got reports of fires spreading through ruptured bulkheads on Deck 12. ... A full withdrawal has been ordered. There are 2 other Templars on your deck, Major Luthor and Soldier Dallin. The Major is requesting support from any surviving knights at Bulkhead E6. Way up here. Copy that, Sergeant. Templar, moving out. Move the Templar by double-clicking on your destination. The first click sets a destination, and the second confirms and starts moving. When your Templar's 6 movement points, MP, are depleted, use the end turn button, or key Enter to finish the turn. So I guess I kind of only have one way to go. Sergeant Cathos, I have multiple hostile readings approaching fast. They're everywhere. The room ahead was a security checkpoint. Use its fortifications to your advantage. Yes, there is lots of sort of text-speech type stuff here. I'm probably not going to read the actual tutorial bits, but I will try and read the voices where they're talking back and forth, because, I don't know, it amuses me. End the turn here, see what happens. Not much. Well, let's advance up into cover. There we go. Xenos skitterings have infiltrated the ship's internals by the hundreds. They're pouring out of every crack and vent. Okay, use the remnants of this barricade as a choke point against the skitterlings. With no option for battlefield healing, I need to use every tactical advantage I can to avoid damage. So we got 3 enemy units. Going to advance to here and shoot him. And pause this for a second to shush the dog. And we're back. Sorry about that. For Shalloon! I don't know who Shalloon is yet. It hasn't become apparent in the first little bit, but either way, we seem to like Shalloon. Each knight has 5 action points AP to spend every turn, and each attack costs 2 action points. So the Templars engage their Leviathan battle armor in combat action. Their mobility is reduced for the rest of the turn. Whenever a Templar spends AP, the same number of MP is consumed. So you've got your action points there and your movement points right there. I guess they're tracked separately. So you can run out of movement points but gain action points because there's some actions. I'm not entirely sure why they set it up that way, but either way, they did. Let's end the turn. By blood and steel! So yeah, you can counterattack. And Xenos can do the same. So we'll kill him. Damnation! What was that? The ship's engineering team is trying to contain the damage. They are closing the blast doors to stop the fire's spread. You've got to get clear of that area, Templar. Move quickly to reach Soldier Dallin. His position is being overrun. So we can double check objectives. So we need to rescue Soldier Dallin and reinforce Major Luther. But we are out of movement points, still have action points though, so... Templar, just in time, they're coming too fast. Hold your ground, soldier. Together we will drive them back. Soldiers have powerful defensive and offensive talents. So burst fire can hit multiple targets. Overwatch creates a fire zone and shoots moving enemies. And each costs 2 action points, so a soldier can burst fire and then engage Overwatch. Engaging Overwatch ends the turn, so use it last. With my blade is at your side, with the strengths of our ancestors in our bones, we shall not fail. Yeah, there's a rather interesting bit of backstory with this too, where the Templars apparently have like the memories of their ancestors encoded or genetically encoded into them, so they have the experience of thousands of years of fighting. But anyhow, let us shoot. Oh. Shoot him. And we'll do a precision shot. And hit him with our sword. The soldier has been shaken. He has faced death on this platform, but survived. At times like these, the Templar Knights look to their corporals and captains for leadership and strength. So, a buff ability. Use the commander's confidence buff to increase both ranged and melee accuracy, as well as dodge for defense. All buffs cover a box of 9 tiles. If we stand shoulder to soldier, it can cover multiple Templars. So, gonna actually, oh no, I guess I could move him up here and then activate this to affect both. Bonus. So let's end the turn. And we will kill this guy. And shoot him. We've defeated this Xenopack. Well done, Dallin. Shalud's blessing, Templar. I would not have held them off alone. Major Luther needs backup. Time to get moving, knights. The bulkhead gate is still jammed and more Xenos are pouring through. We're on our way. So I guess if we need to go straight up north, quickest way to do it would be have him overwatch down that way, while he goes up this way. Okay, so evidently I overwatched in the wrong direction. And we missed. Can you finish him off? Okay. And let's do another overwatch. Maybe there? That seems good. The Leviathan battle armor is a mighty feat of engineering. First designed for exploration and mining within the extreme pressure of gas giant planets, it has been long adapted for war. The battlesuit's internal power source relies on kinetic reclamation during extended deployments. Whenever a Templar moves or uses a talent, the battle armor generates heat. A Templar's heat is shown in red to the left of their portrait on the HUD. A Templar's health is shown in green to the right of their portrait on the HUD. An overheated Templar suffers damage every turn and is unable to use certain talents. Each turn, some heat will dissipate. A short break from the action can quickly help a Templar cool down. I almost called him a Terminator. Shows where my head's at. Okay, so yeah, that's their heat and their hit points. Well, let's keep advancing. And we'll overwatch up this way. End the turn. Oh, and we found our captain. Mindless, hateful beasts. None of you shall pass my blade. Objective completed. Well met, Templars. I didn't know how much longer I could have held this bridge alone. It is an honor, Major. We've been cutting through this entire deck to reach you. My thanks, but there is no time for prattle. We have to get this bulkhead gate sealed. Otherwise, the flow of Xeno filth will not stop. One of you must reach the control room to the west and engage the manual locks. Once the gates are closed, we can plan our next move. You'll fall back and regroup on the starboard side of the ship, Major. Yes, we'll plan our next move. There's a functioning service elevator east of your position. You will fall back. I heard you, Sergeant. First, the gate. My security clearance will grant you access to the control room through either of the control room doors. One there, here, or here. There's the control room. The control room is not far, but someone will have to make the risky dash. I'm not leaving this spot until every skittering on it is dead. Major Luther will stay to defend the bridge. His shield increases his auto-block percentage and makes him a more defensive fighter. Well, let's go crack the door open, I guess. And does Major Luther have targets? He does, but I don't want to advance him. Does have grenades, though. Oh, it's... Oh. They're out of range of his grenades. Never mind, then. Let's just end the turn. Thankfully, these security doors are still functioning. My ancestors are watching over us. By the core, a skittering nest. Grenade! Both Luther and I are carrying a limited number of frag grenades. Thrown at short range, they are devastating against a clump of Xenos. Well, let's toss a grenade then. Boom. Advance and hit him. Okay. So now, Luthor, let's try your grenade. That worked. You're out of movement, so let's end the turn. And kill you. There we go. Said we'll kill you. There's more coming up from down there, which might prove to be a problem. And let's overwatch down that way. Quite a few of these guys. Okay, go up one more. Try to thin them out a bit. Good, good. One movement left. You could go back down that way. Yeah, now you can't attack anymore. Oh, I guess... You're out of movement, so let's end the turn. Downside to doing LP type stuff with tutorials is the tutorial levels are always so limiting. Come on, actually, yeah, block it. You have a big shield, use it. And try to actually hit something with your sword. Okay, let's hit him. Success. Can you advance to there? And you shoot him. Okay. Actually, kill him. There we go. And... wonder what Blade Wave does. Oh, it hits multiple targets. Cool. That's handy. And let's retreat you back. And what do I have to click on this? Oh, yes I do. Complete the objective. Perfect. I've reached the control room. Overriding the doors. Finally, the flow of Xeno has been cut off. The doors are sealed. Templars, rally to me. Good work, Knights. You've secured what's left of the 12th deck against the Xenos forces. With half of our comms relays down, and I'm in and out of contact with a Templar force on the 10th deck. They're facing the main Xeno boarding party. I've alerted their defensive perimeter that you're coming in. Comm Sergeant Kathos, why aren't the gun batteries firing into the alien vessel? Our main battle guns were lost when they rammed us. It's impossible to get them firing again. Both gun decks were destroyed? No, but the power relays from the main engines have been damaged and disabled. Deck 14 is completely lost to the Xeno. We cannot retreat, Kathos. Templar! Stand with me, Knights. This service elevator could take us down to Deck 14. If we can get those gun batteries back online, we'll be able to shred that alien abomination with the starboard guns. You will almost certainly be killed. Deck 14 was completely lost. We cannot retreat. Not now. Not when there's a chance. We've survived this long, but buried behind enemy lines. The odds of success may be low, but our risk could turn this battle. We have an undeniable strategic opportunity. When we've established a foothold, we can call in for resupply. Major! This is not a debate, Kathos. The colony highs of the Star Traders hang in the balance. We must try, no matter the risk. Templars, are you with me? For Shalloon! In the honor of those who came before. The elevator slides down into the darkness. We're taking the fight to the enemy. There may never have been a greater need. We call upon the memories of our lineage encoded in our genetics. Each Templar carries 1,000 years of wisdom into battle. And that's it. So I got 2 veterans out of it. Didn't get any secondary objectives, though. Well, there were 0 secondary objectives, I guess. So let's accept that. Welcome to your Battleforce headquarters. After each battle, you will return to your HQ. Here, you'll manage your veteran Templars and army build. Each victory earns your Templars new experience points. As their XP increases, they gain levels. To train and personalize your Templars, access your veterans list. Those Templars who are marked as having achieved a level up or gear up need attention. To finish improving a Templar, follow the gold highlight. When a Templar gains a level, they gain an attribute point to spend, a skill point to spend, and a talent point to spend. Finally, a Templar gains an additional gear level point. The sum of a Templar's equipment's gear level cannot exceed his or her current gear level. Therefore, a new gear level indicates that it's time to upgrade your equipment. One of your first choices will be whether to focus your captain on melee, ranged, or a mix of both. When you've finished leveling your Templars, it's time to deploy to the next level. Okay, so here's our deploy screen thing. We've got our veterans here. Let's level them up, I guess. So we'll level up Brianna. I guess technically I'm a girl in this Let's playthrough. The captain is a girl. which is fine, I guess. I think the names are all randomly generated except for possibly that soldier, because they refer to him by name in the conversations, but the other names randomly generated, I guess. Anyhow, attributes. These are the different attributes. I think I'm going to try focusing on sort of the way she's geared up right now, where it's a mix of melee and ranged. So carry a pistol and a sword rather than the shield and a sword. I think it just more versatility that way. So for that, well, I guess let's go over what the attributes do, at least to the best of my understanding. Like I said, I haven't played this a huge amount. So Fortitude, pretty straightforward. Hit points. Willpower, reduces damage from overheating and increases the damage multiplier from critical hits and grenade attacks. Focus, increases the damage of critical hits regardless of weapon type. And it also increases your auto block chance, which might be good for her because she's going to be kind of melee-ish in general. Strength, pretty straightforward. You hit things harder. Melee and heavy ranged weapons. And quickness, precision and light ranged weapons. So that's the basic attributes. Ranged attacks, gunnery. Warrior is melee attacks and counterattacks. Tactics, number of targets in an area of effect buff. So right now, if she were surrounded by 4 people and used that morale boost thing, it would only actually help 3 of them because she has a tactics of 3. And adds to range defense. Evasion adds to melee and range defense. And grenades, and just increases the damage that grenades do. So I think I'm going to go with, I like the idea of increasing focus and increasing her auto block, so let's do that. And then since I kind of want melee with this, let's bump gunnery up a little bit. Better shot. So now talents. Slash, precision fire, so I can level these up. I can't pick any of them up yet, but I can level these up, and for now at least, slash seems to do quite a bit of damage as it is. So I'm not as concerned about that. Let's level up precision fire, because it'll increase the accuracy and increase the damage. So let's go for precision fire. Now she's a better shot with her pistol. And as far as equipment goes, you get different gear as well. It's got the Leviathan command armor, plasma sidearm, so plasma pistol. I could give her a shield instead, but like I said, I think I'm going to stick with that plasma pistol. And a sword. Now you also have 2 gear slots, and you see I've used 6 of my 7 gear slots. So I can equip a tactical system, which is a multi-target ocular, which increases my ranged accuracy and damage. Or I can increase my melee accuracy and my parrying. I might go for the Adept Pilot Kit, again because I leveled up the pistol skill. Like I said, trying to keep a balance with Brianna here. So she's done. Now, Dalen, let's level you up. Now, for you, you are more focused on sitting back and shooting things. So let's focus on that. Let's bump up. Suspect that, I don't know, I wonder if you're, oh, and you can customize their helmets and stuff too. Cool, I didn't realize that. Play with that later. But anyhow, distracting myself. I suspect that if anybody's going to be carting around heavy weapons, it'll be him. So let's bump up his strength. And then let's bump up his gunnery. Talents. I want to increase his burst fire damage, because right now it seems to be taking him 2 shots to take out a enemy unit. So let's increase his burst fire. And no new guns. No new punchy fist thing. No new armor. So I guess, yeah, it forces you at the start here to use the weapon mod, which could further increase his damage, which might be good. And no war gear. So I guess it's kind of telling me I need to put on this ammo rack. So now he's doing a fair bit more damage with his rifle, since I dumped all of the points into that. So I guess we are done. And that takes us pretty much right to just over the 30-minute mark, so I think I'm going to put a cut in here. So this is a brand new Let's Play. I don't know what the reception to it's going to be like. Let me know if you like it, if you would like to see more of it. Likes, comments, subscriptions, and all that good stuff are always appreciated. So, until next time, cheers.